Hey everybody, my name's Georgia. Welcome back to my channel, Happy Cloud ASMR. So guys, as you can see, I am up on the rooftop. I've not been up here, filmed up here in so long, but it's such a gorgeous day today. I couldn't not film up here. It's like perfect filming weather. So anyway guys, for this video, I'm going to be doing a custom request Q&A for the lovely Len. Thank you so much, Len, for requesting this video. So he has put together some questions for me to answer, and of course we'll be having a little smoky smokes as well. I absolutely love these types of videos. I think, gosh, Len, you've done quite a few of these for me now, and I love them. So thank you so much. I really hope you enjoy it, and I hope you guys all watching enjoy it as well. Okay, also I should put in the little pre-warning. Obviously I am outside. The seagulls are like, there's one right there. So yeah, they probably will start squawking soon, so hopefully it's not too distracting. Also the park is just there, so I'm sure there'll be a few screams from kids and stuff as well, but yeah, I think we all know the drill by now. But yeah, hopefully it's not too distracting. Okay. Alright, let's ignore and let's jump in. Okay, so the first question, sorry, my hair as well. Okay, the first question that Len has asked. Okay, so in the last year, you and your family have been to Bulgaria, Dominican Republic and Tenerife, not to mention sisters living in Australia and Canada. Is it typical of people who live on the Isle of Man, or do you just feel the need to justify grossly overpaying for the to travel is to live tattoo you got in Vegas? I adore the tattoo and the placement of it on your body. So if anyone's wondering, this is the tattoo I've got, and he's right, it does say to travel is to live. I do believe, and yeah, I 100% agree with this statement. So yeah, what are you asking me, Len? Let's see. So I mean, I can't speak for all Isle of Man Manx people, but certainly I can speak for myself, and I can say that I guess it's always been instilled in like my mum and dad always said there's a whole big wide world out there. Like, we are living on the Isle of Man, a tiny little rock in the middle of the Irish Sea. Like, it's a speck, it's just a little speck in the world. So we were always encouraged to travel, to explore, to yeah, just go and see what's out there, basically. I mean, you make it sound like I'm jet setting all over the world. I mean, I guess when I see it written down like that, I'm very lucky that I have been to these places. I mean, yeah, Lord knows it's... See, this is the thing, right? It's like, I have to weigh things up. What's more important? Travel and the memories, or the stability of a home? And you know, because I mean, when I came back from Canada, I've just moved back into the family home, you know, like unfortunately I can't afford to do both, so right now I am saving to move out and get my own place. But it's like, that's kind of where I'm at now. Like, I've been fortunate that I've had holidays, I've travelled, I've obviously lived in America, I lived in Canada, all that good stuff, but at the same time it's like at the detriment of I still live at home, like, you know, like where I have friends, I have people my age who've got the house now, they've got all that stuff, but then they missed out because they didn't do the travelling. So it's like, you just got to weigh up, I guess, what's more important. I would have loved to be in a situation where I could do both, get the house, do the travel, do everything, but unfortunately I can't. So that's kind of what I was living my life like. Whereas now, I think I don't know if content is the right word, because, well, I don't know, maybe it is. I guess I'm I'm okay being on the Isle of Man. Like, I used to think that I just wanted to leave it and stuff, but I think I'm okay with being here now as long as I can get off at least once a year to do a holiday. But as far as like living here and getting a place and stuff, I think I'm coming to terms that that's gonna be me, which is fine. Like, I've done, like I said, I've had all my traveling stuff and everything, and you know, I'm glad I did it that way, definitely, because I mean, personally, your 20s are for living, your 20s are for traveling. That's the way I see it, that's the way I did it. And I think, did I really want to be stuck down in a house paying a mortgage at like 20 when I could be exploring the world? But each to their own, like completely each to their own. I know people who've lived on the Isle of Man who've never even left, which is crazy to me. People haven't even left the UK. They haven't even got a passport because there's no need for them to have a passport because they've never gone abroad. Like, I mean, I'm not, you know, do whatever you want to do. But I'm just saying, I'm glad that that's not me, because I've just had so many amazing experiences, met so many amazing people, seen so many different amazing things. Just the world is a big old place. So I'm glad I've got to see a bit of it more so than just this little rock on the island. So yeah, I do certainly believe in my tattoo, to travel is to live, 100%. And I mean, I guess that's the same for like my sisters and everything. Like my youngest sister who's doing Australia and stuff, and my even younger sister who's going to be doing that, and traveling around Asia. It's like same thing. It's house or holiday, house or travel, and it's like, what are you saving up this money for? Because I mean, I don't know, I guess you just have to see what's more important to you, what you like. To me personally, I wouldn't trade all the holidays, all the experiences, all the memories, all the traveling I've done in the world for a house, you know. I wouldn't, because now it's like, yes, I'm kind of starting at the bottom of the ladder in my 30s, but I mean, I had an amazing time in my 20s, like, and even in my early 30s, you know, I was in Canada and everything. So yeah, it's a shame we can't have both, but unfortunately we're not that lucky. And I mean, don't get me wrong, these holidays, it's like, it may look like I'm jet setting off all over, but I mean, I have to, you know, work hard for those holidays. I have to save my money. Like that Tenerife holiday was paid in a year, and we had a year to pay that off basically, so it's not like I'm splashing out the cash. The money I saved and spent in Canada, I'm still trying to claw that back, because I mean, as we all know, Canada, especially Toronto, is a very, very expensive place. So I spent a shitload of money there, but yeah, I mean, I don't regret it. Like, it is what it is. I experienced it. I mean, I was there for 8 months. It didn't work out as I planned, but at least I can say I did it, you know. I tried it, and that's what life's about, trying new things, trying out places. Not everyone needs to love everywhere. So yeah, no regrets, but basically what I'm saying is that money that I spent, I'm just trying to put back into my saving pot now. And then it's a whole big thing, you know, like, I don't know for where you guys, but the Isle of Man, it's so expensive to live here. It really is. It's like, yeah, for what it is, it's crazy expensive. Like, properties, like, there's no fucking way I can afford my own house, just me, no way. Even with a mortgage, they won't look at me. So it's like, I have to join that ladder, get on that property ladder, probably with government funding, like help, just to get me on. But I don't even know. Right now I'm just looking to try and find somewhere to rent, like, but even that's crazy. Like, it's so, the market's mad at the moment, and so many people are fighting for it, and there's not many houses to rent or apartments, so it's like the landlords know that, so they bump the prices up super high. But then you're desperate, so you're still fighting for it. You're fighting for a freaking one-bedroom house for like £1,500 a month in rent. It's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, I spent a shitload on rent in Toronto, but it was Toronto. It was in the city centre, and I mean, even that probably was too expensive. But still, like, it's in the city. It's in a shitty little Isle of Man, you know. Like, anyway. I shouldn't say she. I do really like the Isle of Man. I do, but things like that just bother me, because it's like, how is anyone supposed to get along and do anything if there's no help to do that, or it's just it makes it so difficult. Yeah, I feel like there's help for the very, very people on the breadline, you know, like people who really need the help, who don't have any money, who are just living like day to day trying to make it. And then you've got, on the other hand, the people who are well off, who don't need the help because they're just fine with their money. And then it's like everyone else in the middle is fucked. Like, we haven't got enough money to get our own places just on our own houses, but then we're just above the band to get any help from the government, because we're making just enough in our pay packet. So it's like, yeah, they don't think about the meal, guys. But anyway, I'm totally rambling there, guys, totally rambling. I don't even know what the question was. So, is it typical of people who live in the Isle of Man to travel? Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's each their own. Like, I think being on an island, I think most people try and get away. But that's, yeah, I don't know. I think it depends really on what you value, I guess, and what you want from life. Yeah, total rambles there. I hope that answered the question, Len. All right, let's bounce on. So, number 2. Have you ever thought that you were born on the wrong island, and that you should have been born on one of those tropical islands you enjoy so much? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, oh my god, I think everyone on this island, even the people who absolutely love it, wish that it was more tropical vibes, in the sense of the weather, and just, because I swear to God, if this island was like Tenerife, say, I would never leave. Like, having those summers, just the weather, because for me, the weather makes everything. Like, the sunshine is just, don't you just think, like, as soon as that sunshine, you're just instantly in a happier, better mood. Like, it just perks you up, it cheers you up, it gets you motivated to do stuff. Like, that's the thing. Like, today, yes, we're lucky the sun is out, but I mean, 85% to 90%, I'd say, of the year, this island is cold, dark, grey, gloomy. It's just drizzly, cold, like, it's just really damp, you know, like, so yeah, sometimes I wish I was born in a more tropical climate, I'd say, but I think everybody thinks like that. Like, why would anyone choose coldness over warmth? Like, I don't know, certainly not me. But yeah, like, a funny story, true story actually, when I was little, like when I was, I don't know, not even a year old, my dad was offered a job. It might have even been before I was born actually, but either way, my dad was offered a job when we lived in London, and it was to either come to the Isle of Man or go to France. and they decided to come here to live, basically. So I always wonder what our lives would be like if my dad had chosen France for work. Who knows? I wouldn't be speaking English, that's for sure. Well, not as my first language anyway. Alright, so okay, number 3. Let me hitch up. Okay. On your sister's Q&A part 2 video, you were asked, what are your dream jobs? Can you please tell us what are yours, Sorrel's and Sunny's current jobs? This is going to be a short answer because other than my own, I actually don't know what they do. So me is easy. So I work in recruitment. So recruitment for the Isle of Man government in a nutshell. That's me. I look after like the advertising of new jobs and vacancies and all that good stuff. I actually really enjoy my job. Like, I love it. I really do like it a lot. And they're very good to me there. I've come and gone a couple of times now with the travels, and they've always brought me back, found something for me to go into, and so yeah, I really do like it in my work. And then as for Sorrel, payroll, boring payroll. I think she kind of just fell into it from like college. I don't know if that's a career she wants to do forever or if she's just there. So yeah, my idea of absolute hell, may I add. You know how awful I am with maths. Like, could you imagine me in payroll? No way. And then Sunny, I mean, I really don't know. Like, as bad as that sounds, I really do not know. I know she, I don't even know, like, she does hybrid working. I know that doesn't mean anything, give you any clue about the job at all. But, yeah, honestly, I really don't know what she does for work. Like, I know she can work from home and do it, and then sometimes she goes into the office. I know it's some big Toronto office, and I think they do have offices in the UK as well, so it's, but yeah, I honestly do not know. Like, I don't know. So let's swiftly move on that one. Okay. Alright, so have the 3 of you considered moving to a tropical island to work or start a business? And what kind of business would you start? So no joke, guys, when me and my family came back from Tenerife, the first thing we did was Googled, how do we live in Tenerife? Like, how do we move there? Unfortunately, it's not as easy as just picking up and going. With the whole Brexit thing and all that shite, it makes it difficult now for UK or Great Britain, whatever, residents to just go and move to Europe or anywhere. Like, it's the whole visa thing, and as much as I would love to, it's like, you just, I don't know, it's just be impossible. I think the criteria, so we just looked at Spain as a whole, and I think, so the criteria is if you can work out there, so if you get like a transfer from your job or you get employment in Spain, you could do it. If you just have an income of like, I think it's like £2,000 a month, so from whatever, so then you can be there. So as long as you're getting money coming in. So I couldn't just move there and then start looking for work. I'd have to, I don't know. It's something that we've thought to do, like with Sunny as well, being in Canada and stuff. She's, I think she's like a year away from getting like permanent, citizenship. She's already got a permanent residency, she's getting citizenship. So who knows, like, if we can just kind of hop on that, when she's got that. I don't really know how it works, but yeah, I would love to do that. I know, like, I really wanted to stay, like, ideally, I really, really wanted to stay in America when I lived there. Like, I could have 100% seen myself living in America. I absolutely loved it. But again, it's the whole visa situation. It's the whole, just that kind of thing, really. And it was like, unless you work in a specific field, if you're rich, or if you married into it, then they're really the only options. And it seems like that's really it for the rest of the world, really. Like, apart from, like, so I could obviously go to anywhere in Great Britain, that's fine, but yeah, anywhere abroad, it's quite difficult. And as far as what we would do if we were going to do that, what kind of business, I've no idea. No idea what we would do. Maybe like maybe like travel agent or something. Because we do all love to travel. And I guess we are all, I just, like, say if like my friends want to go on holiday or whatever, they'll come to me and they'll be like, try and get me a good deal, try and see what you can find, flights, hotels, get packages. So I don't know, I do actually really enjoy doing that. So maybe that's what we would do, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Okay, so question 5 is, several times you have mentioned that you wanted to be a criminal psychologist. Any thoughts of going back to school and trying to break into the field? I guess you're never too late to follow your dream, but I feel like I kind of am. Like, I don't know, I guess it all comes down, I know I keep going on about money, but it really does, it all comes down to money. It's like, I wouldn't be able to, I don't know, the government wouldn't fund me to go, first of all. We don't do that on the Isle of Man. I would have to go over to England or somewhere else in the UK to do it. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, it's like, I guess I'm happy in the job I'm in, you know, and it's more of like a interest maybe than a career path, in the sense of I like playing with detective when I'm watching my documentaries and doing all that kind of thing and reading up and stuff, but I don't know if I've got the oomph in me to actually do it. It's really sad, I know, but I think I'm just happy playing the psychologist from the comfort of my own home rather than actually going out and doing it. Maybe in another life, maybe if I hadn't decided to start travelling. Because the thing is, for me, once I left college and stuff, I just went straight into work. I didn't go to university. I don't have any degree. I don't have any qualifications in that sense of like, obviously I went to college and I got my diploma and all that stuff, but I haven't got a degree in anything because I chose to start working to save money to travel. So yeah, maybe in another life I would... No, I don't know if I would actually. I don't think I would do it. I was going to say in another life I would go to university and get that degree. But yeah, I don't know actually if I would do that. I always knew, like, in school, like, school wasn't for me. I always knew, like, I wanted to get out of the classroom. Like, I hated school, really. I mean, I loved the socialisation of school, hanging out with friends and doing all that stuff, but the thing is, I love learning, I really do, but I think when I was a teenager I didn't care about that kind of stuff. It was more just, I don't know. I didn't really try probably as hard as I could have tried. I didn't really care about university. I just knew that that wasn't for me. Like, the thought of going to university was like, no way. I really didn't want to do it. So I didn't. I just stayed and I went to the local college and did what I needed to do there. And then, as I said, I just started working off the bat. And I mean, it's like, I guess, because back then I didn't even know what I wanted to do. Like, I think it's so hard at like 15, 16 to try and decide what freaking career you want to do for the rest of your life. It's mad. I know, like, unless you genuinely know, like I want to be a doctor or I want to be a lawyer or whatever, then obviously go for it. But for me, it was like, what do I even study? Because back then, like, I didn't really know about criminal psychologists, all that kind of stuff. So it's like, would I have even known to go into that field then at that age? I don't know. So yeah, it's it's a tricky one, really. But yeah, like I said, I think I'm content just doing what I'm doing and not worrying about a new career path or anything like that. I'm quite happy just just analysing and just having fun with it, not being too serious with the criminal psychologist, just, you know, playing it from my own home vibes. But yeah, pure rambles there. Okay, next question is, you recently said that onions are your favourite food. I assume you're not cutting them like an apple, eating them raw. How and with what foods do you like onions? So actually, Len, I do actually love just eating them raw. I can't have too many because they are a little bit of a taste, but I love raw onion. And I mean, I literally will have them with anything. Put them in a sandwich, put them in a salad, put them in any dish, eat them on their own. Yeah, I've mixed them with rice. I love it, absolutely love it. So yeah. I used to be such a fussy eater, like when I was younger and stuff, and I mean, the thought of eating an onion back then would have been no way, but I love onions. I don't know what more I can say on that one. But yeah, I would just eat a raw onion. Like, I love it, like in a burger when it's raw. But obviously I like them cooked, I like them fried and grilled and everything as well, but just a raw onion's lovely. Okay, next up is, sorry, I thought someone was coming. Okay, right, Bruce Springsteen is coming to your neighbourhood in the UK in May. Am I going? Short answer is no, I am not, and I'll tell you for why. So, as we all know, I love Bruce. I absolutely love him. So I was so lucky. I saw Bruce Springsteen live in Philadelphia when I was in America, and I literally died and went to heaven that night. So yeah, it was just the most amazing time ever, and I'm so glad I got to see him live. And although, yes, he is my favourite artist, I love his music, but the thing is, for me, I've seen him, that's great, I'm glad, and I think I saw him at a good time. Like, he was phenomenal, like, his voice was just amazing. I always fear with artists when they get to, like, for me, I'd rather keep the memory of how amazing he was, just for the fear of me going to something like this and thinking he's not going to be as good as what I think he should be. Do you know what I mean? It's like, he's getting on now. Not to say that he's, like, I have heard him still singing live and he is amazing, but it's like, I don't want to tarnish any memory I have of him, of how good he was when I did see him. And to be honest, that's enough for me. Like, just from what I saw, is amazing. There's so many other artists now that are still doing it, that, like, I just, like, there's literally, like, there's no one else in the world that I would want to see live right now. Like, because as we know with my music taste, I only like, you know, the oldies music, like Billy Joel, Bruce, I don't know, like people who don't like the Beatles. Obviously a lot of people are dead now who I like, so I ain't seeing them. But it's the thing, like, I know Guns N' Roses, like I love Guns N' Roses, really do, but would I want to see them live? No way. I think it would just be freaking awful, to be honest, because it's like, I don't know, I just think I want to retain the memories, and I want to remember them how they were, not how they are now. And I just think when people get older, they might lose it. And it's like, I'm just going there just to see a famous face. I'm not there going to be appreciating the music, do you know what I mean? And I'm all about the music. So, it's like, I could say I went to go and see Guns N' Roses again, or Guns N' Roses, but I would only be saying that because it's like, oh my god, it's Guns N' Roses, like, I'm seeing them live. But actually, when Axl Rose starts singing, it's like, can he still hit those notes? You know, like, and I mean, think of him when he was in his prime, like, oh my god, he was so sexy, like, in Welcome to the Jungle, that music video, like, you know, and then you might see him now on stage and he's just, I don't know, like, it's still Axl Rose, but it's not Axl Rose, do you know what I mean? So that's how I feel kind of with Bruce, like, and why I wouldn't go and see him live again, and I wouldn't go and see anyone who I really love live, because I don't want to ruin it for me, basically. I saw, this is awful, like, I saw Frankie Valli from the Four Seasons. Like, I love Frankie Valli, love his music, but I saw him performing somewhere. I saw it on TikTok, and oh my god, he's just like a really old man, like, and he just looks so frail on the stage and just so out of place. And it was like he'd just been, like, he didn't have a clue where he was, like, he'd just been put on there. He wasn't hitting the notes. He was, yeah, it just was sad, really, because I'm just like, Frankie, why are you doing it? Like, do you really, I don't know, you still need the money? What's it about? I guess for them, though, it must be hard, like, that's their life. I can see where they're coming from for why they'd still want to perform, but then at the same time, I'm like, just give it up, guys. Just remember the good times, you know? You don't need to perform anymore. I don't know. I don't know if that's harsh, I don't know, but that's just how I feel with, like, a lot of these singers. Same with Elton John. It's like, I love Elton John, love his music. Every year, I swear, he has the final tour, but he does it never ends. He can't let it go. But I can see why, you know, obviously it's their life, like, they love it, that is them. So I totally get why they would still want to carry on doing it, but it's like, naturally, with the older you get, everything gets old, like your voice, your vocals, everything is going to get old and not as sharp and, you know, good as it used to be. So that's my fear for Bruce as well. As much as I love him so much, I love his music so much, but for the fear of it not being, from what I recall it from being, like, absolute tick, 100%, I don't want to tarnish that. So that's why I'm not going to go see Bruce in May. I'm not going to see anyone live who I really love, unless they're, like, current now, who are at their prime now. If they're at their prime now, 100%, although there isn't anyone actually that I like out there that is 100%, that is prime, because it's just not my type of music. I don't really like today's type of music, this modern music, whatever. It's not really for me. There'll be like an odd song here and there, but not enough for me to go and like watch them live or anything like that. So yeah, all the best music, in my opinion, they're either very old now, getting on, or already dead. So yeah, I hope that answers the question. Okay, right, let's catch up and move on. So the next question is, so when you had your first day on holiday, did one of your sisters offer it to you, or did you just grab one and hitch up? And in addition to the Nicky rush, what other feelings or thoughts did you have when you were smoking the first cig? And when you bought your own pack, what brand did you buy? Okay, so let's do these one by one. So no, like hang on, let me sort this out. Okay, so the first answer to that is no, they certainly did not offer me one. So basically this is how it went down. So we're about 3 days in. No, let's stop. So on the build up to it, maybe like day one, I saw Sonny and Sorrel and my sister's partner Anthony going off for a smoke together, and then I'd just be watching like from the sun lounge or whatever. Like I just see them go maybe to like the patio or the balcony, or they'll just like excuse themselves from like dinner, like just before we'd finish they'd just go off, or before anything, like before we went out they would just go for one. So I'd be watching them like, right, okay. It started getting in my head then, and so I tried, like, I shrugged it off and I was just like, nah, what are you doing? You don't need to start again, you don't want it. And I was really like trying to fight it in my head. So that was going on for like the first probably 3 days of me just kind of watching, like getting this, like, I really want, kind of just having like this little mind battle against myself, just like, do it, don't, do, don't. And then, so on like I think it was the third day, it was the evening, and we had just, I think, yeah, we were just on our way. So we'd been to the bar, we all had a drink and stuff, we were having a drink, and then they went off to like another, because obviously they're not having one around the kids, so they would take themselves away. So I knew obviously what they were going to be doing. Like they didn't announce it, they just got up and went. So I was like, I was just like a little, I don't even know, I followed them basically. Like I didn't sneak up, I was just like, I'll just come with. And so I was there, and then I was just like, I really want one. Like basically I was just like, can I have one? And then they were like, no, you're not, you've done so well, we're not giving you one, we're not. So it was like back and forth for a while, and I was just like, oh fuck. And then I was like, okay, do you know what? No, I don't need one. You're right, I'm not going to have one. And then I didn't. We came back, and then that was that. I think I was, it must have been day 4, because I was like, it was in my head, but I was just like, from what they were saying, they were just like, just really trying to encourage me not to have one, basically. And then the more they kept saying, the more I was like, you're right, I don't need it. It's all in my head, I don't need it. And then, so that was that. Didn't have one then that night. The following day, in the morning, because I was sharing a room with Sorrel, she went out in the, like when we woke up and stuff, she went out to the balcony or the patio, whatever, and then I basically just cornered her because I was like, oh fuck, I was like, it's in my head, like I just can't get out of my head now. So I got a one-on-one, and I was just like, I don't know, I was just like, I want one. Like, I was just like, I was basically like, either give me one or I'm going to go and get my own anyway, so you might as well just give me one. Like, I was being like a dick, basically. I was like manipulating, I don't know. I just really, really wanted one. And then she was still like, no. And then she was just like, right, the pack's on the table, or like wherever she put it, was on like the sofa, I think. She's like, the pack's on the sofa. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. If you take one, that's on you. I've not given you one, but if you take one, whatever. She's like, I don't want anything to do with this. So I was just like, oh, fine. And then, so yeah, she went, and then I took one, and then I had it. And then, yeah, it was, wasn't great. Well, it was and it wasn't. It was like, whatever. Obviously I got in fact, this isn't right. This was the second one I had. The first one, I was with them. So I'm trying to work out, actually. Yeah, so the first one, it was on the night, actually. It must have been that Thursday night, or the third night, because I was like, I didn't have one that time, but yeah, I remember, right, I came out again with them, and then I was like, we'd all had a couple of drinks then, and then I was just like, I really want one, and then I think Sunny just was like, oh, fine, take one, whatever. Had one. No, I am so wrong here, right? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to remember what it was. I said, let me just have a drag. That was it. So I said, just let me have a drag. I've just got this niggly feeling in my head. I think once I just have one, then it will shut that down, and then I can be certain that I definitely don't want one, which is so stupid to say, because I've given in to the monster. So I did. I finished half of Sunny's or whatever, and then had a couple of drags, and then I was got the Nicky rush, and yeah, it was horrible, really. I don't know why, because I mean, obviously at that point I hadn't smoked in 7-8 months, so it was it caught me at the back of the throat. It was I went dizzy with the Nicky rush, and I was just yeah, okay, I filled what I thought I needed, so I've shut up the niggly feeling, the monster, whatever. And then that was that. And then cut to the following morning, that's when I was did the whole thing with sorrel, and then I had one then. And so stupid, because it was I still had that little feeling inside of me saying that you just need one, you want one, whatever it was. And then it was the same thing, I still had the Nicky rush. I still it was I had to force myself to enjoy it again, which is so crazy. It's so stupid, but I did. And then from then on, I didn't go straight back into it. I just had that one, and I think maybe I just had that one all day, and then I didn't have any more until maybe that night, and maybe I had one more. And then from the next day, though, I was just had more. And then in the end, maybe I don't know, day 5, day 6, that's when I went and got my own pack, because mainly because I felt bad. I was taking all of Sorrel's and Sunny's, but also just because I was right, that's when I was trying to, I don't know, compromise with myself, if that's even the right word, by saying, oh, you're just going to do it for the holiday, enjoy it while you're on holiday, and then as soon as you come back to the Isle of Man, you'll stop, that'll be it. So in my head I was just okay, I've got a free pass kind of thing to just not worry, do you know what I mean, just go for it, because it's the things you do, honestly, the mental battle you have with yourself, it's just crazy. It really is crazy. Even when I'm saying it now, I'm just thinking why the fuck did you do it again? It's so stupid. Why? And obviously, I'm still doing it now, and it's I did so well, and I I just stopped. I don't know, but anyway, so that's kind of where we're at. So yeah, I've been back now I don't know, 2 weeks or something, and I'm still doing it. So it's yeah, but now in my head I'm stop. It's I keep giving myself, just stop on this day, but then the day comes and I'm I don't actually want to, so I'm okay, do it next weekend, and then next weekend. So that's kind of where I'm at now, because last weekend I was going to stop that weekend. This weekend I'm going to stop tomorrow or today, whatever, and now it's fuck, do I actually want to? and I really do, but there's something in me that is just not there now, and I don't know what it is, and it's not worrying me as such. It's just like I don't know, it's just like, why can't I get back to that headspace? I don't know what it is. I really don't know. Because I keep going through, because I read the book, Alan Carr's like Easy Way to Stop, and it was like an epiphany when I read it. It woke me up, and to see what I'm doing, and it really did help me stop. Like, as soon as I finished that book, I was like, I'm never ever touching another one again. So it's like, I have the book in my room and I haven't read it, so what does that say for me? Like, that I'm not ready to stop again. It's like I'm speaking the words saying I want to stop, but in my head it's like, do I actually really? And I think I do, but clearly something in me, whatever, is saying not yet. I don't know. So it's like, do I fight it and just say, use willpower alone and just stop? And I don't know. I'm just hoping that it's just going to naturally fall into place again. I'll just get back in that headspace where being like, I really want to stop, and I will. So I don't know, guys. I don't know, but I guess it's like a lot of people, because like my friends, my colleagues, everything have been, obviously they know that I started up again on the holiday, and they disappointed. Obviously the family's disappointed, everything. I'm disappointed myself, but then on the other side of it, they're like, don't be so hard on yourself, like you smoked for like 20 plus years and you quit on the first go like that. It's like, that's amazing in itself, which I know it is, but so they're basically like, just like, don't be so hard, it'll happen again, just get in your headspace, basically. So I think that's just what I need to do. I just need to just take 5 and just kind of recuperate, I guess, gather all my thoughts and just fucking do it, basically, because that's all it comes down to. It's just, you can talk the talk, but just fucking do it. Like, that's probably not what most of you guys want to hear, because how much you enjoy watching these videos of mine, but I mean, it's like, I think someone commented on one of the videos I posted and said the only reason I are doing these videos is for views and stuff, and it's really not. It's for me, it's like, obviously I started the channel not smoking, and then I did for a long time and post videos of me smoking, and then I obviously stopped for those 7 months and still posted videos not smoking, and now I've started again, so it just makes sense. I know how much most of you guys enjoy them, so it's like, why wouldn't I do it? You know what I mean? Like, so it's really not got anything to do with you guys, like, no offense, but it's really like, I do what I want to do. Like, if I want to post one of me doing it, I will. When I stop again, I'll just go back to posting just the regular ASMR content as I had done before. Like, to me, it's not about the views on a video. Obviously, I'm not stupid. Like, I can see how well the smoking videos do in comparison to just my ASMR videos. Like, of course, I can see that, but I mean, if it bothered me that much, I just wouldn't have posted. I would have just stopped the channel altogether once I'd stopped smoking. So, do you see what I mean? It's like, it's really not that deep, like, with the channel, it's like, I'll post if I want to post, whether I want to smoke, whether I don't. It's, obviously I do it for you guys. Like, it's like a mixed bag, I see, like, when I did stop, I saw so many lovely positive comments saying how much you guys just enjoy, like, my channel just as ASMR, which is great. Like, I love that. I absolutely love to hear that. you know, ideally that's what I would like this channel just to be, just a simple pure ASMR channel, you know. But I understand obviously that the smoking is a big part for some of you guys, so naturally as I've started again, why wouldn't I post again? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of that situation. What was even the question? Okay, so in addition to the nicotine rush, what other feelings or thoughts did you have? Yeah, so basically the first thought I had was, I'm a fucking idiot. That was the first thought. And then I guess so sorry for this noise, sounds like a motorbike or something. And then I thought, it's so hard for me to say because I don't actually know if I do enjoy it or if I just think I enjoy it. I don't know. Does anyone enjoy it? Like, that's what the book says, really. Like, in one of its chapters, it's like, what do you actually enjoy? It's got absolutely no benefit to you whatsoever. So why do you enjoy it? Like, really think about it. And then the more I'm like, I don't know, actually. I really don't know. And it's like with any drug or any addiction, like, or anything, there's basically every other drug, whether it's alcohol, heroin, cocaine, weed, anything, gives you something. It actually gives you something. It gives you that high, it gives you whatever. Ciggies don't do anything for you in that sense. So what is it? I don't know. Like, obviously the nicotine's the addiction, but yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I think my main thought and feeling was just, why have I done this again? I'm stupid. But then on the other hand, it's like, there must be something in me saying that I enjoy it, even though I don't even know what that means. So it's a strange one. I don't know. And then when you bought your own pack, what brand did I buy? So I got my old L&B. They were there, cheap as anything. Oh my god, now it's like 15 quid for a packet. Over there it was £4. Crazy. And then the thing is though, my sister, see, this is how confident I thought I was going to be when I was at the airport, obviously in duty free, and my sister bought some back from duty free, some ciggies, and I was like, nah, I don't need them because I'm going to stop when I get back to the Isle of Man, and I didn't buy any. And then I've been buying them off Sorrel now, like cheaper than they would be in the shop. So I've been, like, every 2 days or something, I've been knocking on Sorrel's door, like, can I buy a pack from you? Or can I have a pack? So, but yeah, I have bought a couple of packs just on my own, and yeah, they're like £15, which is just crazy, proper crazy. So yeah, that's another thing. It's like, what am I doing? Like, so much money for what? All right. God, this video's getting deep, guys. I think you know what you're doing here, Len, asking me these types of questions. Okay, so the last question. So on your video, when you announced that you'd wanted to quit, you mentioned wanting to get pregnant, an excellent reason to quit, and having an epiphany. Can you please talk more about what you mean by that? So I guess it's hard for me to, so let's just clear this up. So how I felt when I posted that video, I was on top of the world. I just read the book. I was like, I can do anything. I've quit, I'm free. So my headspace was different then than it is right now, as I am back in it. So it's hard for me to say like epiphanies and everything like that, because it's like I'm trying to find that epiphany again. Do you know what I mean? It's like I need to get back to that Georgia who filmed that video, because whatever she was thinking, that's what I need back in my mind, because she was on top of the world then. Whereas obviously, as I just said, I'm not quite there now at the moment. But I think what I was referring to was just the pure freedom of being free from it, basically. Just not having to rely on it, not thinking about it 24/7, not... just all that stuff, just knowing for my future as well, I'm going to be healthier, I'm going to be... obviously have more money because I'm not going to be spending. Just so many benefits to stopping. I think that's where I was at in my head. And of course as well, I really do want to have a baby in the future. I do want to, I do think about that as well. And it's like, so it's kind of like, it's not just me I'm thinking about, I'm thinking about just potential, if I am ever fortunate enough to have a baby, then it's going to be thinking about the welfare of that child as well, that baby, thinking about them, thinking about, like, of course, not doing it when I'm pregnant. And then as far as I'm concerned, I will, I won't do it anymore. So it's kind of, I guess it's kind of like preparing myself for the future. And like, if you're not going to be doing it then, why just stop now? You know what I mean? Like, why are you carrying on now? Because ultimately you're not going to smoke forever, so why are you prolonging it? I think that's kind of where I was at. And I mean, the epiphany, I think it just came from reading that book. There was just so many just eye-opening things in there, and it's just so, like, the thing is, what you were saying was just so simple, but it was just so effective, because it's really interesting book. It really is. Like, my mum, like, she doesn't smoke. She never has. I think she did maybe when she was like a teenager, but I mean, she's not touched one for fucking decades. But she even read the book just because she was so intrigued for what he was saying. Because this guy, the irony is actually, this guy did actually die from cancer. I think he smoked like 100 a day. But he obviously stopped. He struggled for so many years, trying so many different ways to stop, and then he had this brainwave, this idea, and then he just put it all in this book for everyone else. So, but the irony is, yes, he did actually die from smoking, but he had quit for many years, I think, after. But obviously it was too late. But anyway, what was I saying? He just made it like so easy to understand and to see, because the way, like, the thing is with me, I'd never tried to quit prior to the book, but I know, like, obviously so many people, they go through like the nicotine patches, they maybe trade it to vape instead, they just try on willpower alone, and it never works. And it's like, and all like the thing is, it's like when people say like, oh, do it for your health, do it for the money, do it for this, that and the other, it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, the thing is, like, look at these packs, like, we get all the warning issues on them, like, saying all these things, like, we know the risks, we know the dangers, we know what it can do, we know how bad it is, we know all that, we know the money that we're wasting, we know all that information. So it's like government projects and stuff, like our NHS, try and push that on you. It's like the fear factor kind of thing. It's like, if you don't do it, you will die. If you don't do it, blah blah blah. And it's like, it doesn't work, like, because, so what this guy did, he kind of just explained it and like did it in a way which is just, he just listed the facts of the matter, and he made it seem like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like, I think, like, just read the book. Like, even if you don't, this guy, he's used the same method actually to, he's written books about like weight loss and just other things like that, just like other addiction things, you like with food and everything. I haven't read those ones, but it follows like the same premise of like, how it works, and it's just super interesting, and it's really eye-opening what he was saying, and it was like, yeah, I don't know, it worked, it really did, and I'm confident it will work again, but for whatever reason there's something in my head right now saying don't read it, because it's like the fear of, it's so stupid, because I know what I need to do, I remember the book, I know what I need to do, but it's like the fear of stopping again. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Like, all you other people out there who smoke, you'll know what I mean when I say it. It's like the fear of not having that safety net in between your fingers. I don't know. It's strange. It's like we're a slave to it in some ways. I don't know. This thing that we hold has a hold on us, like it does, but I'm such a hypocrite now because I am gonna hit Joel. But it's true. It's yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. But as far as the question and stuff, it's like, I just like, the book was the epiphany. Basically, it opened my eyes. To get to that again, I need to go back to what Georgia was thinking then, that headspace. I need to read the book. I need to really just intake the book. Because the thing is, it's like, the funny thing is, he actually, in the book, he encourages you to smoke. He's like, shove as many in as you can, like, relish it, really think about what you're doing when you're taking those drags. Like, he's like, smoke until the very last word of the book, because it's funny, it's like the last, I don't know, chapter or so, it's like it's like you have like a little funeral kind of thing. It's like, it's really bizarre, but it works. And it's like, you basically, you say, this is going to be my last one, this is it, you say goodbye. Like, it sounds crazy, but it works, like it really does. And it's like, every pull you take, you really think about it, and you're like, this is it, last one, and then you dock it out, and that's it. And that's how it worked for me. It was like a grieving process. It was so weird, but it just made so much sense. And it was like, he refers to it as the monster, and it's like, you don't want to feed the monster, so it's like, it's super, like, it's just, it really was an epiphany when I read it. It really was eye-opening. And I did the whole grieving process, and I was actually in this very spot when I did it. It was on a Saturday, I remember, and I was up here, and it was like midday, and I was reading the book, and it was literally like, all you have to do is do as he says in the book. Like, he literally tells you what to do. If you just follow his instructions, you will stop. And that's what I did. And it was the same thing with the whole funeral process thing, where I'm like saying goodbye. It's fucking nuts to say, but it was true. It was like, it's like you're saying goodbye to something that you've thought you loved, thought you enjoyed, thought you needed, thought you wanted, when actually it was I don't know, the monster. It was the villain, it was the enemy, it was all the bad things. I don't know. You don't need it, basically, is what he was trying to say. It's, so it's super interesting. And I know I'm having this, like, this is what I mean, like, I'm sitting here now and I'm saying all those things to you guys, knowing that what I need to do, and yet I'm still having it. Like, surely, it's mad, isn't it? It's mad what addiction can do, and how you compromise, how you try and negotiate with yourself, downplay things, whatever, just to make it seem like it's okay, but it's actually not. So yeah, I don't know if that's what you guys want to hear, but that's just kind of where I'm at the moment. But I guess putting that all aside for now, obviously I'm having one as I'm saying this, which I know is just hypocritical, whatever the word is, nuts. But I think I just need to, like, I'll know when I'll be ready again. But until then, let's just film some videos. let's just do it, I guess. Pure rambles. But that's actually it. Len, I feel like I've been in a freaking therapy session. I don't know, it's kind of been nice actually, spouting all my views and things and stuff. God knows what I've been talking about. Honestly, I can't even remember the first question. But I have enjoyed filming this videos. Like, you do ask some really good questions, really make me think about myself, think about my life, think about everything. So it's great. I do like it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video nonetheless. And I hope you guys all enjoyed it as well. So yeah, I don't know. I need to have a long, hard look at myself in the mirror, I think, and see what I want to do. But I know for a fact I definitely don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it. I never want to do it again, really. I'm hoping this is it. I'm hoping I've had this hiccup and I can just, whenever it is, whether it's tomorrow, next week, a month, whenever, I will just get back in that headspace and I will just be able to say, it's done, it's over. Because I know for a fact, I just know 1,000,000%, if I hadn't gone on that holiday, if I hadn't gone to Tenerife, I wouldn't have started. I just know it. So I don't know what it was about that. Like, I know I said in the video, it was like the sun, it was the drink, it was like the freedom, it was like there was no rules on holiday, but it's just stupid. It's like, I don't know, I didn't need to do it. I just got caught up. But I'm in it now, so I'm back. So we'll just have to see how it goes, I guess. But until then, I guess we'll just keep making the vids. And then hopefully one day it'll just be me posting just a regular ASMR video in my bedroom again. And you'll know that I have stopped again. But that's the thing. I don't know if I'm going to make a big song and dance about it when I've stopped. I think it'll just be. So who knows whether that will be sooner rather than later. I don't know, but yeah, I just want to thank you all guys so seriously, like, for, I don't know, just all your lovely comments and everything. I know I've said this before, but I will say it again because I mean it. Like, I really do appreciate all of you guys so much for being with me since, some of you since the start, like when I first started, and all the newcomers, and like your loyalty, everything. It's just means so much. So whether I'm doing it or not, I appreciate you all, and thank you so much. And you know, I get it, once I stop again, you know, the views will go down, but who cares, you know? It's like, it's not about that for me. The videos, the ASMR, that's where it's all at, really. And that's why I first started filming, because ultimately I first started filming ASMR because I love ASMR. That's where all it comes down to. The smoking was just a bit on the side. I smoked in that one video and then it went off, so I was like, okay, I know how much you guys like it, why not just do it? And then it's obviously turned into this ASMR smoking channel, but that's not what all it is, and that's not what it was, and that's not what it's going to be in the future. But for now, let's just do it. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be all from me from this big old rambly video. But again, a big thank you and shout out to Len for this custom vid. I really appreciate you and your time writing these questions for me, and your comments and all you guys' lovely comments and everything. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment down below. I love hearing from all of you, and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening or night, whatever time you're watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. So take care everybody, and I'll see you soon.